Okay, let's just admit it, we totally take our roofs for granted, right? They just sit up there, out of sight, and completely out of mind, usually until a dreaded water stain suddenly appears out of nowhere on the living room ceiling. Today, we're diving right into this explainer to uncover exactly what it takes to protect your home in the Carolina Piedmont from above. We're going to break down the anatomy of a roof survival, relying on real data and insights from local experts who battle these specific conditions every single day to keep the elements exactly where they belong, outside.
So step one in the absolute destruction of your roof, it's that blistering summer heat. Down here in the Carolina Piedmont, summer temperatures regularly climb past 95 degrees. But remember, your roof isn't just dealing with the ambient air temperature. It is actively absorbing intense, direct ultraviolet radiation for hours on end. This constant heavy heat dramatically accelerates the deterioration of the asphalt. It literally bakes the shingles, making them super brittle and basically setting the stage for all the structural damage we'll be talking about as we move through this explainer.
But hey, the heat is really only half the battle. Mint Hill actually sits right smack in a 110-mile-per-hour wind zone. What does that mean for you? It means those baked, brittle shingles are getting battered by tropical inland storms and intense afternoon swell winds. And we aren't just talking about hurricanes pushing inland from the coast. We're talking about those sudden, violent spring and summer thunderstorms that just roll through the area. These storms bring severe updrafts that physically lift your shingles, crack your flashing, and invite water straight into your home's structure. Add in those heavy pine and oak branches crashing down, and you've got a perfect recipe for serious physical wear and tear.
Now, while the sun is just beating down on the outside, there's actually a hidden, invisible danger cooking your roof from the inside out. In older homes that lack proper ridge vents and soffit intake, trapped attic heat can reach an absolutely staggering 150 degrees during the summer. I mean, wow. This trapped heat and moisture act exactly like an oven, baking the roof deck and literally cutting the expected lifespan of your shingles completely in half. It's a massive threat, and it gets ignored all the time. Section 1. The threat. Mint Hill's brutal climate.
Then winter rolls around, right? And it brings a totally different villain to the party, the freeze-thaw cycle. We all know how wildly unpredictable Carolina winters can be. Temperatures can plummet way below freezing at night and then pop right back up to a mild, sunny afternoon. Well, any moisture that managed to find its way into those brittle, heat-baked cracks we just talked about, it freezes and expands at night. It acts like a tiny frozen crowbar, slowly and methodically prying open the gaps in your shingles and flashing, creating the absolute perfect hidden leak points.
Section 2. The symptoms. Spotting hidden damage.
You're probably asking yourself right now, okay, when do I actually need to replace this thing? You might be wondering if those recent storms have pushed your home's defense past the point of no return. It's a really stressful question because, let's be honest, a roof is a major investment. But you absolutely shouldn't just guess, and you definitely shouldn't wait for water to start pouring onto your dining room table. There are clear, specific indicators that tell you exactly when your roof is failing. Let's dig into them. So, what might look like a minor symptom is often a huge red flag of structural deterioration. For instance, if you're cleaning your gutters and you notice a thick buildup of what looks like coarse black sand, those are the protective granules washing right off your shingles, leaving the asphalt totally vulnerable to UV rays. If your shingles are curling up at the edges, the material is failing. Sagging areas, that means the wooden decking underneath is already rotting. And if you see dark streaks of algae, trapping moisture, thanks to our wonderful high humidity, that growth is actively accelerating the death of your shingles. Okay, I need to give you a quick, absolutely crucial warning here. Never, ever try to blast those dark algae streaks away with a pressure washer. I know, it's so tempting to just spray them away to make the house look brand new again. But you are essentially sandblasting years off the life of your roof in a single afternoon. You will instantly blast away those vital protective granules we just talked about. Always rely on chemical soft washing or professional cleaning to handle moss and algae safely.
Section 3. The blueprint. Technical standards that save the day.
Since we're living in that intense 110-mile-per-hour wind zone, taking the lazy shortcut of using just 4 nails per shingle pretty much guarantees premature failure. The true Mint Hill standard actually demands 6 nails per shingle placed exactly on the manufacturer's specified nail line. When a crazy afternoon storm hits, the 4-nail roof ends up scattered in your neighbor's yard, while the 6-nail roof stays firmly put. Plus, proper construction weaves the step flashing right into the shingle courses instead of just slapping some generic caulk around your chimney and hoping for the best.
And to fight off our humid Carolina climate and to prevent those 150-degree attics we saw earlier, The 2020 North Carolina Residential Code mandates exactly 1 square foot of ventilation for every 150 square foot of attic space. This is non-negotiable, folks. It requires a perfectly balanced system, soffit intake vents pulling the cool air in and ridge exhaust vents pushing the hot air out. Without this exact, mathematically calculated airflow, your premium shingles will literally bake themselves to death from the inside.
Section 4. The process. Demystifying the fix. Listen, if you're dreading living in a months-long construction zone, don't sweat it. When done right, this process is incredibly fast and totally transparent. Step 1 is a professional inspection, where experts use things like infrared cameras to detect hidden moisture, giving you a photo-documented zero-pressure estimate. Step 2, for a standard home, a full replacement takes just 1 to 3 days. Literally, they strip the old materials down to the deck, replace any rotting wood, and install the new system up to those strict wind codes. Finally, a meticulous walkthrough ensures every stray nail is swept up with magnetic rollers and your manufacturer warranties are fully activated.
Section 5. The investment. Choosing your armor.
So how long your roof lasts basically comes down to balancing your budget against what our local climate demands. Standard 3-tab asphalt, that gets you a solid baseline of about 15 to 20 years. Architectural asphalt pushes that to 25 to 30 years, giving you much better wind ratings and copper granules that actively fight off that humid algae growth we see so much of. Then you've got metal roofing, lasting 40 to 70 years, which physically reflects the intense summer heat and dramatically lowers your cooling bills. And if you're looking for the ultimate generational protection, slate can guard a home for well over a century.
So, we've talked about how the heat bakes it, the wind tears at it, and that brutal freeze-thaw cycle breaks it all apart. Do not wait for the water to finally breach your ceiling. Go out and check your gutters, safely take a peek in your attic, and ask yourself right now, is the roof over your head genuinely built to survive a 110-mile-per-hour wind zone, or is it already secretly failing right above you? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, keep looking up.